Hello and welcome to the Games4all podcast, episode 29. I'm your host Dan Young. With me as always is my good friend
James Craigie, ridiculous looking human being at the moment.
Yes, you're dressed head to toe in Batman
Yes.
stuff. Not dressed as Batman, but
No, just in Batman paraphernalia.
yeah, it's a bit of a sight. Anyway, so let's just crack on.
Okay.
What have we been playing? What have you been playing, Batman?
No, I haven't.
No,
I've been playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, finished single player, and got all the single player achievements.
Right, fanfare, I
Yeah.
guess. Might as well.
Huh? Yeah.
Cool. Well, just give your thoughts on it then. Well, you don't prattle on too much.
No, I don't.
We spoke about it a few
Yeah,
weeks ago.
it's hard because a lot of people have said that the story isn't as twisty or anything as the second one, and for most of the game it's not. It kind of sets up the premise at the beginning and it sticks to that.
Yeah.
But the end is fucking mad.
Really?
Seriously.
Interesting.
It's like the whole last hour of it is just insane amount of stuff going on.
Holy cow, Batman.
Yeah.
Crazy. Cool.
Yeah. But no, it's really good, and it's kind of really got me excited for the next one. So they've announced that another one's coming next year.
I think they've said basically it's going to keep going until they just kind of stop selling that well,
Yeah.
I guess. I think that's pretty much what they do.
No, it's good. It's not kind of like a spin-off. It's kind of essential to the series. It is very in there. It is basically Assassin's Creed 3 in all but name. So
yeah, no, I think it's a bit odd it wasn't called Assassin's Creed 3, but you know,
I think the whole
it's because
fact
of the
that
focus on the Brotherhood side of it.
yeah. I
I
think they want the individual numbers to focus on different assassins and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah, fair dues. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to play this eventually. You know, we'll get around to it, but yeah. So overall, you really like this game?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a
Absolutely
big
love it.
fan of Assassin's Creed, so
Yeah,
you know, if you know, for people who are into it and who've probably just picked this game up, you know, and haven't played through the single player yet, because to me, I mean, I'd probably, you know, stick with the multiplayer side of it for a bit and then sort of, you know, venture off slightly and then do the single player. That's probably what I'd do. But you know, for those people who are big fans, does it live up to? Is it going to live up to their expectations?
Yeah, I think there was a big fear that because it was like multiplayer as well, that it wasn't going to be very story heavy on the single player. But no, it is a full, complete game. A lot of work has gone into it.
Excellent.
There's a lot of content in there which can keep you going. I mean, I still haven't done absolutely everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
But
mean, it's
I've
only
done
been out
enough.
a few weeks, so
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's expecting a bit.
I've done enough.
Yeah. No.
But
Brilliant.
No, that's an awesome game.
Yeah. Anything else?
Not really.
No. All right,
Just kind of wanted to finish that before the show.
Well, you got your fanfare, so good.
Yeah.
Well, I finished a game this week. Okay, I finished Splatterhouse, and I've been talking about it a little bit for the last couple of weeks. I'm not gonna bang on about it because I've already spoken about this game. I think that's the problem. We kind of speak about games as we're playing them.
Yeah.
And if they take more than a few weeks, it's like by the time you finished it, you kind of burnt out on talking about it anyway. But really quite like this game actually, more than I thought I might when I first started playing it.
Yeah.
We already discussed it. Its main appeal is going to be to fans of the original 16-bit versions. We said that last week. But yeah, not a bad game. I mean, it's all been done before. Let's be honest. But you know, somehow it feels sort of like, oh, I want to keep playing this. I'm not really like, oh, I want to put this down. I've seen it. You know, I know where this is going, kind of thing. You know, it's not really got any twists and turns. The story's pretty basic. There's nothing. I mean, in all fairness, me describing that to you, it doesn't sound that appealing, you know. But it's fun to play. Yeah, it's basically just a game that is genuinely fun to play, and I think that's why I've managed to plough through it. So, like, there are moments of sheer frustration though. I found playing this. I like a challenge. Don't get me wrong. I like a challenge, but yeah, it got really fucking heavy towards the end, and I was like, oh. To the point where I actually spent about 2 hours to do the last little bit of the game, and I just like ripping my fucking hair out and stuff.
Yeah, speaking to your missus, she said she'd never heard so much swearing in 1 week.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I spent a good hour one night trying to do it, and I gave up, and I thought, fuck this, I'm going to try it again in the morning. And then I played a bit in the morning. I managed to do it in the end, and finish the game, but Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I wasn't playing on easy, I was playing on, like, the fucking hardcore or whatever. And at the end it goes, wow, you've unlocked brutal difficulty. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to fucking try that. Nah. But afterwards, after I played it, it's left open for a sequel, I will say that. I don't want to spoil anything, but it ends on a kind of, you know, it ends kind of thing, and you're like, well, okay, all right, yeah, not bad ending. But I mean, I mean, after that, you're kind of like, well, now what do I do? But they've got this survival arena thing, right? Yeah. It's kind of like Horde in Gears of War 2, right? So basically, you unlock these locations as you play through the game. So you get to play in locations that the game's set in, and it's just one room, and you're thrown in the middle of it, and you basically have to fight the fuck out of everything and kill the fuck out of everything.
Cool.
And there's 20 waves of enemies. You get through those 20 waves, you unlock a whole bunch of shit by doing it. You know, you get weapons drop down occasionally, like, you know, and it all builds towards your character. You basically, what's good about this game is you start off with this character and you unlock all these abilities by collecting blood and stuff, and that carries through to the survival arena stuff as well. So if you play a bunch of that, you can then take that, what you've earned in there, back into the game. If you finish the game with a load of stuff, you can restart it with the same skill set and, you know, add to it kind of thing. So you basically have one character that you just build upon constantly. No matter what you're doing in the game, you're building on it.
Cool.
Which I think is pretty cool. But the standout stuff for me is the extreme violence. The soundtrack's pretty good. And yeah, it's quite a funny game as well. There's some humorous moments in there.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, the survival arena stuff's fun. You know, once you figure out the best way of doing stuff, yeah, it's not too bad.
I know a lot of critics have given it fairly sort of mediocre reviews and all that, but I think that, to be honest, they're trying to be.
It is quite an average game, I'll be fair, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, obviously they've got to slight rate on the game, but I think the main selling point, like I say, is the nostalgia.
Definitely. Because I mean, I remember very fondly playing Splatterhouse 2 on the Mega Drive or Genesis, depending on where you're from. But like, I remember being 9-10 years old or some shit and playing that game and loving it so bad. Like, and I played the shit out of that game basically.
Yeah.
And you know, it's on the disc for this new Splatterhouse. You can unlock the original 3 games, and I think that's fucking cool in itself. So the survival arena stuff and the retro stuff is what you'd come back for once you've finished it. I mean, some people might go back to play it on the brutal difficulty or whatever, but you know, you get like 120 gamer score for finishing it on that. But I don't think that is enough to make people want to go back and play it again.
No.
And collecting nudie pictures, which is another thing they've thrown in there to kind of get people to play it again.
Yeah, because it's Jen, isn't it? Didn't she get like a Playboy shoot or something?
I don't know.
But still, I kind of find that a bit freaky.
It's a bit weird. It's sort of pitching it to those pimply teenagers who like can't get laid and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Really strong advocate for the gaming industry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Break the stereotype, people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, overall, really enjoyed it. Won't talk any more about it. You know, well, we probably will at some point, but yeah, you know, for now, I won't bang on about it next week. But
what else have you been playing?
Yeah, here comes. Well, I've been playing some Black Ops. I did play some Black Ops. As soon as I finished Splatterhouse, I was like, right, that's done with Black Ops. Because I was like, I'm not playing Black Ops. I want to finish Splatterhouse. But I played a bit of Black Ops. You know, talked about it already. Not going to talk about it again. Everyone knows how much fun that shit is. But for the best part of, well, basically since this show's been going for nearly 30 odd episodes, right? I've been saying about how much, I should replay Assassin's Creed 2.
Yes.
I should play Assassin's Creed 2, I think I've mentioned it probably at least 6 or 7 times, okay? So I've started playing Assassin's Creed 2, okay?
Now, I have to say,
Can I get a fanfare for that?
If it was up to me, if I was editing the show, I would put a fanfare in there. But yeah, I'm not, so I won't.
I don't think that's fair. No, basically speaking, I think I've played pretty much all the games I want to play. Well, all the games I've got. I'm not planning on going out and buying any more just yet until the new year, Christmas come. I haven't got that much money, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, so it's time to go back and play some stuff I haven't played yet. And, you know, let's be honest, this time last year, Assassin's Creed 2 came out. And it's been a whole year. So I'm late to the party with this motherfucker, right? So yeah. I'm deciding to sit down, play Assassin's Creed 2. I'm not really going to talk about it for the reasons we said earlier. I've only played about 2 hours worth. It's sort of a bit unfair of me to start. I can give my first impressions, but
it takes a little while to
the
get
thing
into
is,
it as
I'll
well.
only be talking about it next week, so I'd probably rather leave talking about it till next week. That way I've got more to talk about.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like I'm talking about the same shit every week, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm playing Assassin's Creed 2. I'm enjoying it so far. That's all I'm going to say on that.
That's good.
And I've finally got around to popping the disc in and playing it. I'm it's all good. So I will be playing this once this show's gone up. I'll probably be back on there playing Assassin's Creed 2, to be honest.
Cool.
So I'm pretty sure that rounds up what we've been playing for this week.
That's everything.
Excellent. All right, we're going to take a quick break, as we always do, and when we come back, we've got some
news. Welcome back to the Games4all podcast. Let's talk news.
Talk news. Well, you talk news. You got the news.
I've got the news.
First story.
Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
You liked it, didn't you?
We're talking about the game here.
The game.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I like the films, but yeah. The game was good. The game was alright. I enjoyed it actually. It was one of those things where, this is part of my childhood. They're bringing that game. Ooh,
It was for all
it was
intents
a risk,
yeah.
but I think it paid off. I think it was quite.
For all intents and purposes, it was basically Ghostbusters the movie 3. And it had all the voice cast in it. It had, well, minus Sigourney Weaver. We don't really know what happened to her, but
she did Avatar.
Yeah,
she was off doing stuff.
Yeah, but no, I liked it. You liked it.
Yeah, no,
they're bringing out a sequel.
Yeah, I heard
should be cause for celebration.
Yeah, should be.
But it's kind of not what we were hoping. Mm-hmm. It's not a full-blown sequel.
Right, explain.
It's a DLC title.
Ah, okay.
It features the character that you play in the game, the rookie.
Yeah.
You play as him. But it looks like a team of completely different Ghostbusters.
Right, okay.
And none of the original voice cast are in it.
No, what?
Like I said, it's a DLC title. It's a top-down arcade shootery type thing.
Okay.
It's been developed by Wanako Studios, who did this. Wanako.
Okay. Can you say that again?
Don't, because it took me ages to try and pronounce it before.
Go on.
But they did Assault Heroes 2. So it's that sort of top-down,
Got ya. Right. So this really isn't what we would have wanted.
No.
I mean, it's probably not going to be bad, but I mean
for a DLC game, it looks all right.
It'd probably be quite fun, but then we don't want a DLC. We want a fucking sequel. We want a Ghostbusters.
I don't think it's an actual sequel.
No.
But
so then maybe this is something they're just trying to do. Say, hey, are people still playing this game? People still interested?
Well, people love Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Then maybe this is them going, we'll release this bit of DLC, more arcadey style kind of game. And if it does well, then maybe we'll try and get funding and that for the sequel, and maybe that's how it works. I don't know. Testing the waters.
We'll see. All I do know is you get to drive Ecto 3.
Right.
Which is a Hummer.
It would be.
Yeah. You all get to stand in the back of the Hummer, shooting things as you drive around.
Awesome. It sounds kind of fun. I like those kind of games, but
I think it all depends on the pricing.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Because we want a full game. If it's going to be 1,200 points,
I expect something for 1,200 points. I expect this game to play with my balls.
Yeah, precisely.
No, I expect it to be a little bit more than just a.
I don't know what to say to that.
To a typical arcade game. I don't want. I think 1,200 points for any bit of DLC is expensive unless it's really going to provide you with hours and hours of fun out of it. If it's going to be a couple of hours of shooting stuff and then I'm done, I'm not really going to enjoy it. I mean, I think personally, Dead Rising K0 that came out, 400 points, couple of hours of gameplay, you can go back and do it again, and I think it was just right. I think that's a really good price point for something that you probably will play for a few times and then you'll probably never play it again. Yeah. Because you've got Dead Rising 2 or whatever, for example. But if it's around 400 to 600 points and it's about 4 hours worth to maybe, basically 100 points for every hour's worth of gameplay. That's what
absolutely.
That's what I reckon.
Yeah.
No, I think that's fair enough, don't you?
Yeah.
But this probably will be 1,200 points.
Probably.
And it probably will only be a couple of hours long.
Yeah. Anyway, it's coming for PS3, 360 and PC, and it's scheduled for spring 2011.
So is this basically just a downloadable arcade title?
Yep. It's called Ghostbusters Sanctum of Slime.
Okay, so you don't need the original retail disc or anything
No.
like that. It's
No,
not something
no.
you put the disc in, downloadable content.
No, it's
That's
completely different engine, completely different thing.
Okay, well I just wondered, that's all. Okay, that's kind of a shitty bit of news.
Well,
I didn't see this being good.
no.
Call me, I'm the skeptic that I am. I'm just saying
Well,
it doesn't sound like great news.
no. The shitty news continues.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
We're doing a new Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Been done by Crystal Dynamics,
I think we
who did the original ones. So
This just been announced. I'm sure I heard about this a while ago.
well, I think they've been toying with the idea for it, but like the first details.
But it's now official.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
First details coming out. It's going to be an origin story. It's going to be
I've done that before.
well, reboots are big right now,
Yeah, I know.
and it's going to basically be a young Lara Croft in a boat wreck, stranded on an island,
I'm listening.
trying to survive,
Sounds sexy.
getting dirty. There's like the one sort of main title shot is a very sort of close up of her face, which is nice. I didn't slip any boob in there at all, but it's all very dirty.
No, I mean,
and she has some sort of bow.
All right. I mean,
going on.
Don't get me wrong. There are fans of the franchise, but
Uncharted kind of dethroned her.
Yeah, that but like
stole her genre from her.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I know what I'd rather play.
Yeah.
I mean, as nice looking as you can make a Tomb Raider game, I'd probably rather play Uncharted because that shit's badass. Do you know what I mean? And
It all depends whether this is basically just retelling, same old game with a retelling, or whether they're really sort of tweaking. I mean, Eidos are now owned by Square Enix.
Yeah.
They now own the license. Maybe they're going to throw something in. I mean, obviously we're going to get some like CG cutscenes which look gorgeous and much better than the actual game.
Oh, yeah,
That's kind of
every time.
what they do.
Yeah.
But we shall see. It could be like a revamp or a reboot, or
I'm not excited for it. I mean, I liked Tomb Raider when it first came out, and then I kind of grew up.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you know what?
It's one of those things where I
don't care that she's got big boobs, whatever.
No. I'm not going to diss it straight away.
Because I've got boobs anytime. Go on.
Because I've actually genuinely enjoyed some of the Tomb Raider games anyway. Like the very first one on PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn was awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm going somewhere with this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell.
I think I really need to see more of it, see what they've done, what they've made different, what they've done to try and
I think, like,
stand up and make it compete.
Most reboots really don't do anything for a franchise. They're just like, this is the same fucking game.
Yeah.
You've not really done anything. You give it a fresh lick of paint and said, this is a reboot, we're starting again.
Yeah.
And that's probably what this is gonna fall into, that trap, I think, of just being, we're not really going to change anything, we're just going to update the graphics and, make it maybe a little bit darker and moodier and different setting and try and tell a story again from the beginning. I don't see people giving enough of a shit about this. There are fans, the hardcore fans will get it, but I'm surprised they're still making Tomb Raider games.
Yeah.
If I'm honest. But, the one thing that Tomb Raider's got over Uncharted is that it is multi-platform.
Yeah.
So, that may be why it's popular.
Yeah. But, we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it and
yeah, well,
see
yeah,
how
it'd
it
be
does.
good to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if anything, screenshots, trailers, gameplay footage, demos. These are all things that could potentially turn my opinion around.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, we went to MCM. Wasn't that fussed about Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but actually got to play it and see it in action. I was like, this is fucking badass. So, like, do you know what I mean? Now I'm excited for that game. So, it could be like, this could be a good thing. This could work out great. But at the moment, it's nothing. It's not. It's a fucking screenshot or whatever.
Yeah.
And an idea. I'm sure there's more actually, in existence, but nothing that we're going to see for a while. So
I think the developers are kind of saying, yeah, you still love Tomb Raider, here's a little sneak shot more, and we're all like, well, yeah, but we don't care enough, we want to show us the actual game, then we'll get excited.
Like 30 seconds of gameplay at least, and then, you know.
It's one of these, like, announcements of an announcement.
Yeah, there's a lot of that shit going
on. Speaking of which, I'm going to sort of bypass and go to the next story. There's going to be a lot of teasers and stuff being revealed at the Video Game Awards.
Yes, something we spoke about last week, actually.
Yep. Yeah. There's another one coming. There's a website went up a little while ago called murderyourmaker.com.
Prototype 2.
Yeah.
That's the rumour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Prototype 2.
Basically, teaser, Prototype 2.
I'll stop you there. Excited or not?
Yeah, actually.
Do you know what? Right, when I mean, Prototype was one of those games that when I first saw it, oh my fucking god, this is amazing, right? And then, like, it didn't come out for such a long time. And I was like, oh, come on, I really want this fucking game, Got it. It's like, it's a lot of fun, but it looked like arse.
Yeah.
They really, like, fucking... there was some serious compensations made to just kind of make the world smooth. And the graphics weren't that great, let's be honest. And I still enjoyed the game. It was fun, but I wouldn't mind a sequel. I'd like a sequel to that game. I'd like to, you know... I'd like Prototype 2.
Yeah.
I want it to look better. I want it to really improve on it.
You want it to be what the first one was promised.
Yeah, exactly.
So whether it will fall short because of the way that games have advanced, then we don't know. But basically, we'll be getting like a teaser.
Yeah. And
showing more of it. And
interested. I mean, at the moment, that is the rumor of what this is basically. There's I don't know what other details you've got written down.
There's been leaked on the internet like a small kind of like teaser clip of it linking to it, and it is, if it's not Prototype, then
it's something fucking similar to it.
Yeah, that somebody's going to get sued.
Oh, right,
basically.
shit.
So
Prototype.
Prototype, yeah.
Sweet. I mean, you know, I was really excited for Prototype, you know, and you know, I played it. It didn't disappoint me totally, but I felt the game could look better. That was probably my major gripe with it. It just really didn't look current gen.
I mean, it was fun to play.
Yeah.
It was fucking hard. I think I gave up on it.
Oh, I finished it.
Yeah.
Fanfare. Just kidding. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty fucking cool game.
It was a good idea. It was just wasn't executed as well as we'd hoped.
I think if they can tighten that shit up, they make it look better and like really optimise the fuck out of the game so that you do get the smooth frame rates, you get the world... running as it does with all the really high res graphics, then that's all from me. All I want is just a slightly better game.
Yeah. The excuse I think is made is it's an open world game, so it will never look as good. But I think there are games out there, open world games,
that look fucking brilliant.
I mean, look at Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
You've not really played it, but the graphics on that, fidelity and everything is
it's
wow,
pretty fucking good.
So they've got no excuses now.
I mean, you know. I mean, like you say, you know, they haven't got an excuse. There are so many games out there that are open world. I mean, Assassin's Creed, for example.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, you know, it looks great. You know, I'll admit some of the cutscenes in between stuff doesn't look great. But when you're actually playing it, the actual in-engine gameplay stuff looks pretty good.
And there's a progression on that. I mean, there's, like I said, with Brotherhood or anything, that they've worked on the graphics, they've worked on like the textures and everything. You can see a noticeable improvement. It needs to keep getting better. You can't.
So this is what they need to do with
this. This is what they need.
If this
to do.
looks the same. If this comes out, and it's not going to come out for a few years, but if it comes out and it's like Prototype 2, hey, get Prototype 2, and you put it in and it looks the fucking same, I'm like, yeah, you've done nothing here. You've just fucking changed.
The big thing this generation is high definition. You need to use it. You can't be lazy anymore. You need to
put it this way. I'm assuming if this comes out, if this is Prototype 2, this will come out probably the same year as BioShock Infinite. Now look at that.
Yeah.
It needs to like be of a standard now. Like you expect, so when you go out and you buy a game, you're dropping 40 quid on a game. You expect a certain amount of quality from it.
Yeah. Now,
it's sometimes. You know, it is quality over quantity sometimes. I don't mind if the game's not that long. It'd be good to have a good 10-hour game, but I'd rather have a 10-hour game that looks amazing and runs really smooth than have a 20-hour game that looks like shit.
Yeah.
You know, because it is kind of the graphics whore in me, but like, yeah, I kind of do like games to look nice, look really pretty and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of in that thing. I mean, if it's, say, like 120-hour game, I can kind of put up with
But, like,
shoddy graphics.
but the thing
and
is,
everything,
you've got like games like Fallout,
yeah,
and games like Fallout look pretty good to me.
yeah. I mean, they're showing their age there a bit, but you know, it's still there. It's still nice to look at. They're still
Well, I think we've gone a little off topic,
Yeah,
but
okay.
the basic, and there's been this announcement, this teaser. Everyone seems to think it's Prototype 2, and then there's leaked evidence to kind of suggest that that's true. So, yeah, I heard about this a few weeks ago, and or whenever we say back. Yeah,
So,
pretty
basically, the Video Games Awards looks like there's going to be quite a few big announcements
It's
to finish the year.
It's announcement central. But that's pretty cool. I mean, hopefully, like these announcements will be for games that come out in 2011.
Yeah, or the games that are scheduled to come out in 2011 get pushed back
yeah.
to 2012.
God knows how many of them that there've been this year
But
already. So,
anyway,
but looking forward to that. We will try and cover we'll do like a. When is it again? VJ was like on the 10th or something.
11th December.
So basically, next week will be our VJ kind of special.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
a lot of VJ news next week. We'll find out what the fuck this is all about.
okay.
Just decided, by the way.
Yeah.
VJ special next week.
All right. Awesome. Thanks for putting me in
For
the
some
loop.
reason, I didn't really fucking notice, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Second to last story.
Indeed.
James Bond. We're getting a lot of games love at the moment,
actually,
with the film kind of being tied up in development and
Yes.
funding issues. They've kind of been spewing out games. I mean, GoldenEye, dumping them out. Yeah, doing big old shitting them out.
Right, yeah, games. What's going on?
GoldenEye quite a good positive reviews and scores. People liked it. It's a good game, good fun. Bloodstone came out as well.
Yeah.
Not quite as good. But
yeah, you know, in a way, it kind of is funny because I mean I'm going to go off a little bit off topic again here, but like something we mentioned just now is about the graphics and stuff, right? You know, it is funny that a Wii game that really doesn't it looks good, but it doesn't look a fucking amazing.
No.
And you've got this current gen, like high def. You know, James, but the graphics don't make a game.
No,
that's not what I was saying earlier.
No.
Just to say, but you know,
I think with the Wii thing, they made a lot of effort to try and make it look good.
Yeah,
and
no, you
could see like the illusions and the smoke and the mirrors, but the fact that they made the effort to try and do that,
exactly.
I kind of appreciate.
I know they've put a lot of work into for it to run on that hardware, you know, and look great, which you know you can't fault them for. But you know, when you compare it to an Xbox or PS3 or PC version, you know that's always going to look better.
Yeah,
you can't argue that.
Yeah.
So you know,
but like you said, graphics don't make a game.
It doesn't.
Anyway,
just like good graphics. I thought.
The rumour going around is Raven Studios.
Yeah.
You know of their work?
Are they to do with id?
I think they used to be.
Yeah, they like did games like Hexen.
Yeah,
I think it was a different Raven we're talking about here.
I the one they did recently was Singularity.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, the rumour is they're now working on a James Bond 007 stealth game.
Really?
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
A
lot of Bond games. I don't quite get why. I get why Bond works, but like, there's been a lot.
I think in the recent years, a lot of work has gone into kind of like rebooting the franchise and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah,
true.
How many good Bond games has there been? There was GoldenEye. I think there was that. Was it Everything or Nothing on like PS2 and whatever? I seem to remember that being quite good. One of the Pierce Brosnan ones.
There's like quite a few like PS2 ones with Pierce Brosnan in it, but they were kind of just like imitations of GoldenEye, weren't they?
Yeah,
essentially.
But no, there was one that was kind of really good fun to play and everything. But there's not really been a lot there. I think there's basically, and because MGM Studios, they've been having, like I said, monetary issues. I think they're churning out the James Bond just to kind of keep people interested.
Yeah. Well, actually, the interesting thing is MGM and Columbia joint own the rights to James Bond now.
Yeah.
And Columbia's owned by Sony.
Yeah.
Just put out there, it's interesting. Go on.
That's pretty much it.
Sorry, thanks for... no. Okay.
That's it on that story, but be interesting. I mean, kind of like people think of Bond, they think, oh yeah, action and all this. I think it lends to like
this is like going to be James Bond. It's going to be like Metal Gear Solid reskin,
sort of Splinter Cell kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, James Bond,
that's cool.
It does lend itself to
stealth. If they can make something like Splinter Cell Conviction, but it's James Bond, there's a little bit more James Bond. You know, that'd be kind of cool. Actually,
yeah,
I'd probably play that. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I like the films. I'm not big into playing them as games though.
No,
other than GoldenEye.
No, because a lot of the games sort of tie into the films. I think original stories in games and let you be part of it means it kind of works better because the developers are given more freedom to do what they want and to make a good story and everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, so be keeping an eye on that, and
yeah, we'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
If we hear anything.
Yeah. Last bit of news.
Okay.
Now this is something I've talked about quite a few times now. It's basically the whole rating system in Australia.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people think, oh, well, I live in England or I live in the States, how does it affect me? It's basically stunts developers on what they can make to sell to an Australian audience because there's no adult rating for games.
Yeah.
So the more gorier games...
We kind of had this discussion a few weeks ago when it came to the California D-Re, Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
thing.
Basically, gorier games can't get sold in Australia, and the ones that can just about make through have to get rated
There's
down.
a lot of censorship on some of these games.
Yeah,
actually, like
GTA
a
lot of
and stuff,
content
has
changed.
Actually take out a lot of the stuff that you could do.
Yeah. Basically, the problem Australia's been having is basically got like 6 territories, and each one of them has they all have attorneys general that kind of govern the laws on ratings and everything. Now, in order to pass an R18 plus rating, which is an adults only rating, they needed a unanimous vote of all 6 of them to agree.
Right, okay.
The former Attorney General, Michael Atkinson, for South Australia, has always voted no. He's the one that's
He's the cunt.
He's the cunt.
I was going to say, there's got to be a cunt in the story.
He is the cunt of the story. He's now been replaced by John Rao.
I apologise to our female... No, there's no female listeners.
Women don't listen.
What am I thinking? Okay, go on.
But, yeah, his successor, John Rao, basically, there was this whole hoo-ha when he was elected, like, oh, yeah, he's pro-adult gaming, and, oh, no, he's not. That was a misquote, or whatever. He's basically said he has no preconceptions about it.
He's just going to say everything at face value.
Yeah, he's going to listen to the arguments and do it and decide what's best. Hopefully,
that's the best way.
Yeah, hopefully with the other 5 all agreeing with it and all wanting it, he'll see it for what it is and he'll vote, yes, let's do it. It's a lot of people want it.
At the end of the day, it is one of those things. I mean, is it so hard just to make this fucking rating for games?
Yeah.
Is it just so hard? It's what people want. They want to be able to play these games. Make this rating. It won't do shit. It won't stop kids buying the fucking games or getting hold of them, as we've proved in this country and in the US.
Yeah.
Fucking any rating system never really works. It just means they can't walk into a shop and buy them. They can fucking pay some tramp to go in there and go get it or whatever. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, but
you know, whatever.
It's not going. It's not. There's no reason to not have it, really.
Yeah, exactly. Just about everywhere else has got these kind of ratings.
Yeah. So
top end kind of M rating,
so
18 or whatever.
Hopefully, what that'll mean is, if it does get passed, it will free up a lot of development time around or globally, really, because there'll be no more need to censor material, no more content being cut. They'll be able to developers will be freedom to make the games that they want to make and not have to pander to the Australian rating system.
The whim of cunts.
Yes.
So,
good news then.
Yeah. No, great. I hope they go through it. I hope they get this rating.
Yeah.
Seriously, do, because it is good news for everybody. Then, you know.
Yeah.
We can all play games and have fun.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what it is at the end of the day. You know. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to take a quick break because that's the end of the news, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty much.
When we come back, we're not going to be talking about any new releases because, let's be honest, it's the end of December. Well, it's December. There aren't any releases to talk about, but we are going to be talking about some stuff, doing a little bit of
improv. Some skits.
Yeah. We're basically going to be talking about some of the stuff that's coming up on the show in the next month or so.
Yeah.
Enjoy some music. And welcome back to the Games4all podcast.
Howdy.
Yes. So, thank you very much for listening. We're kind of going to wrap things up now, oddly enough. But just enough time for me to talk about some of the stuff we're doing with the show. Now, we've been going since June?
Something like that.
June, beginning of June. So, we've been going for a little while now. And we're happy with how things have gone. Very happy. Thank you to everyone who downloads and who supports us. It's very, very important to us. We want to thank those people. But we're going to make some changes. Now, I've thought long and hard about things we can do to the show to kind of make it a bit tighter, make it a little bit, not so much more professional, because let's be honest, me and you are anything but professional.
Yes.
we can fake professionalism so much, but you know,
You can't polish it.
You can't. You really can't. Let's be honest. So, you know, we're going to make a few changes, and these are going to be effective as of the new year, basically. So any show that airs from January 1st, 2011 onwards is going to have these changes. What we set out to do when we started this show was kind of just have some fun, like have a bit of a laugh, have some serious discussions, but not in a serious way, you know, and talk about the games we like to play and stuff where we're very opinionated people. I think I am. And
I think you are as well.
Yeah, I know. I can't. So, but basically, we kind of wanted this platform where we could kind of say what the fuck we wanted, and that's why the shows are rated as explicit on iTunes and stuff. Yeah, we do drop the F-bomb probably more than we should, and things like that. But we want to be able to say what we want to say, and none of that's going to change. We're not going to censor the show, dumb it down for a wider audience. There's a few things we wanted to change, or I've personally wanted to change about the show for a little while now, and we're gonna try and work on that and get that going. And there are improvements. There are things to make the show better. Nothing to worry about. Don't feel change. It's all good. But yeah, effective as of January 1st, which basically means the New Year special will be the first show that is like this, and our Games4all Extra review of the year, that's going to be of the new, I will say format, but it's not really a new format. It's pretty much the same thing. We've got a show next week.
Yep.
On the 15th, which is going to be focusing mainly on VGA stuff,
yes,
the Video Game Awards, and whatever news happens to be knocking around.
Basically, all the games that are revealed, stuff that's been teased so far that will actually be revealed at the ceremony.
Indeed. Then we're going to take some time off for a little bit. I say we're taking time off. We won't be recording any more shows. We will actually be recording shows.
We'll be recording
it's a bit it's complicated. Next week is basically our last show, technically, of 2010.
Oh.
No, so, I'm tearing up. So www.games4allpodcast.com. If you're not already on there listening to our stuff right now, please go on there. Our whole archive of episodes, that's on there. The video stuff, everything's on there. Everything we've done, apart from the bonus videos for Facebook. We put one of them up last week. If you want to see that, you can basically, all you have to do is find us on Facebook and click like.
Yep.
So all you have to do is, if you're on Facebook, the easiest way is probably just to search for us, Games4all Podcast, or go on our website. Right at the top, there's a little Facebook button that says like. Click on that. If you're already signed in, hey presto. If you're not, it will ask you to sign in, and then done. You can check out our Facebook page via those methods. We've got a few bonus videos, stuff that we don't include in the podcast feed. There's a little behind the scenes video we did last week, and Twitter,
which is twitter.com/Games4all.
Yeah, I'm hoping we'll make some little tweets and stuff over the holiday season, just to let you know that we're still working on stuff. We're still producing content for you guys, and
still playing games. Because some people might be a little bit sad that they're not going to hear from us for a week and a half or something. Well, we're still there.
A few little tweets here and there might let them know that we still care.
If you're feeling lonely, feel free to email us at podcast@games4allpodcast.com.
Yeah, indeed. Well done. Have fanfare to that guy with the sweaty armpits.
Yeah.
Don't put your arms up.
No.
It's not a good look.
No.
Thanks for listening, and we'll be back next week with our VGA special, the Video Game Awards special, and that's going to be our last show of the year.
Oh.
Until January 1st or the 30th. It depends how you look at it. If you want to hear it, if you want to hear the New Year special early, 31st of December, around 7, 8 o'clock-ish time.
Greenwich Mean Time.
Yes, on Ustream. You can, if you basically go to our website, www.games4allpodcast.com, there's a page called Live. Click on that live page. You've got our Ustream feed, and anytime we go live, you know, there's a countdown to the New Year special. For everybody else who normally subscribes to iTunes and downloads that way, you have to wait till January 1st to hear the new special. But it's going to be epic. Got a lot of cool shit planned. Hopefully a lot of it actually works out. That'd be kind of cool. So thank you for listening. We're going to end the show now.
Goodbye.